if a director torments me,
Yeah.
so like someone comes at me and screams at me like Michael Bay or Stanley Kubrick or they do something to like make it to elicit a negative feeling out of my performance. Like I'm trying to remember what it was that I was watching. It was oh fuck. I think it was Matt Damon on Hot Ones. And you know, Sean Evans asked him about filming a certain scene in a movie, and he's like, so did the director actually put rocks in your shoes? And he goes, yeah, he did actually. And it was because he just really wanted me uncomfortable the entire scene, the entire performance. And I'm just like, I get that.
Yeah.
But also,
don't allow him to do that. Come on, Matt.
Like, it doesn't really help that much.
Right. Yeah.
Like, can I walk
do
around?
Do you not trust him to do a good job?
Yeah, can I do like one take like that and then try and emulate how uncomfortable I felt after I get the rocks out of my fucking shoes?
You're gonna put rocks in your shoes, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna put rocks in my shoes, and I'm gonna rock you with the shoes.
You keep telling yourself.
But what would I do if a director did that to me, Jack?
Just like, you know, you're standing there and Michael Bay runs up. Hey! Do you not know your lines?
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, he does that. Well, it would depend on my level in the cast. Because if I was like, you know, above the line, top build, I'd walk off the set.
Of course.
If I were, you know, below the line, still trying to get my career started, you gotta kiss butt. You just gotta go like, well, I'm gonna go home and cry about that.
Gotta
but
kiss that booty. Gotta kiss that booty.
I don't know, because I've never really had someone scream in my face quite like that. And so I don't actually know how
Fight
I
or flight.
react. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because it would be that, you know.
Would you just turn and take off in a sprint, just like away from them?
I don't know,
Run
dude.
from the situation.
I don't think I don't think I would run, but I don't think I would fight either.
Yeah,
just freeze.
Just stare back at him. Now Tass act.
What's up? What's happening?
Hey, welcome back to an all-new episode of DMT. Don't miss this podcast. The podcast with me, Sammy B, and this guy, Jackie D, just bullshit about the stuffs and things, whatever fancies our farts.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So, yeah, that would be an interesting situation to put myself into, Jack. Just like a hyper-confrontational situation with an absolute dictator.
Yeah, you gotta think about these things, man. It could happen.
Yeah. Because I really have not gotten into many confrontations, and most of the confrontations I've mentioned on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that guy who yelled at me at the library for locking my car and the horn honked at the homeless lady. Mm-hmm. Or
How did you react to that again?
Well, I apologized to her, and then I was just like, to him, I just sort of was just like, and then he just kept eyeballing me, and I just went, what? And then just kept walking because he started turning around. Because I'm just like, fuck you, clown.
Sure.
Yeah, because I said, that's what I said. I'm like, I'm so sorry to her, and I said, shut the fuck up to him. That's what I said. I did say shut the fuck up.
What about the guy at the
7-Eleven?
gas station?
7-Eleven? Get to the back of the line. It's like, oh, but I already actually paid for my gas. I don't give a fuck. Man, fuck! And I got my gas.
Oh, man, that's my favorite.
Yeah, so I don't know if Michael Bay comes running up to me and he's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You haven't said one fucking funny line today. I'd just be like, man, fuck! Right at Michael Bay.
Because it's not even like, it's not a fuck you. Like, it's not like, man, fuck you. It's getting it started. It's just so frustrating.
Mad at the situation, the entire existence of this situation. It just comes. It's not fuck you. It's not fuck this. It's just fuck.
Michael Bay's just like, oh, whoa. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was like pushing you that far. I thought. I'm sorry. You gotta scream to the side like that too.
That's gotta be something that I keep in the back pocket because I feel like it's so disarming. Because how do you respond to that?
Just come on.
How do you respond to someone just go, man, fuck, about a situation?
Oh man. Because again, it's like it's about you, but like it's about more than you.
Yeah.
Like it was about you, he come at you, you know what I mean? He put up his dukes a little bit. This, it's like you're literally just like, I want to go. Like,
oh man, it was just an unsuccessful moment, and I'm pissed about it. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. just like, why do people gotta be this way? Like, oh, geez. I mean,
Give me a break.
oh man, funny stuff.
Oh my god, that made me cry just picturing. Because, like, I mean, I only bring up Michael Bay in this scenario because I've been on this, like, it's a studious attempt to understand and sympathize with Michael Bay so I don't hate him.
Right.
And just all the stories that I've heard about him are just so wildly like he's a child on set, just screaming at people all the time for
like
everything.
They were talking about it on Bad Friends where Bobby Lee was, or somebody was saying that like he was talking to Spielberg and he was like, yeah, oh no, it was T.J. Miller. That's right. And he was like, I was talking to Spielberg, and I was like, yeah, I don't think Michael likes Mac. He doesn't talk to me in a while. And Spielberg's like, yeah, he does that to me sometimes.
He just does that. You know, he'll get mad and then like, give it like
Steven
3.
allowing this behavior? You know what I mean? This is
it's like Steven Spielberg, A, is like 30 years older than Michael Bay. B, the father of blockbuster cinema. Without Steven Spielberg, there is no Michael Bay.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
So for him to just be like, well, that's just how he is.
He just
makes me wonder how he is as a father.
Yeah, well, I want to know like what he does with Steven Spielberg. You know what I mean? Like how often does he get upset and childish with Steven Spielberg? Clearly a lot. It sounds like. Clearly, like this is a frequent thing.
I remember this clip specifically. It's from the commentary of Armageddon, and it's Michael Bay flipping out on the commentary track.
God. Oh God.
I think the biggest nightmare of the entire shoot was 3 weeks before first day of principal photography. I went to see the spacesuits after I signed off on many drawings and samples and whatnot. And I went to see it for the first time, and I realized it looked like an Adidas jogging suit on a rack. That's where I almost killed myself, because if you don't have cool spacesuits, your entire movie is just screwed, bottom line. I mean, people have seen so many space movies, and if you have a lame spacesuit, it's like it's over. The image was so bad that day. I walk around the corner and I see this woman painting a leather glove gray, and she has some rubber like sewn on to the knuckles. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? She goes, it's a space glove. I said, no, it's not. It looks like a gardening glove you're painting gray. It was a glove they bought at a gardening store, okay? And they were putting on rubber things. So right then and there, I called my line producer, Jimmy, and I said, Jimmy, we are so fucked. And Jimmy goes, Mike, we're not fucked. You're just saying that. I'm like, Jimmy, get down here, drop whatever you're doing right now, and get down here. We had a major problem with our spacesuit because our designer was French, and she had done things with Luc Besson, but they do things very differently in France. They're very more the artiste. This is not big American movie making, where if you don't have a spacesuit that works for a big fucking movie star, you are fucked. All right, I'm sorry for the language, but this is what goes through your mind, because your entire movie hinges on these suits. And what she was doing is she was holding too much of this on her own. And there are people around Hollywood that are experts. They're expert spacesuit helmet designers, or experts that design just body suits. And it's a very specialized craft. It was one of our major problem spots of the entire movie. Luckily, we got rid of it right before principal of photography. But I think we must have spent $1.5 million on these spacesuits trying to design them.
That's my favorite part of it. Is I think we spent $1.5 million on these spacesuits. But
this is during the commentary, like a DVD commentary
for Armageddon.
Oh my God.
Which, I mean, yeah, because the majority of that movie, they are in spacesuits. So you kind of understand that.
Right.
But imagine, Jag, you're sitting there and you're painting a glove and with rubber things on it. And then Michael Bay comes up to you and is like, what is that? What is that? What do you say?
Man, fuck!
If you don't have this entire movie hinges on spacesuits. If you don't have cool spacesuits, you are fucked.
Like they do it different in France. Okay, they do art. Here, it's badass. Okay,
if you're not gonna do it for a big fucking audience. You are fucked.
Like there's no art to this. Man.
Also,
I can't lie.
I feel like that's the only time that he loses it and starts swearing because he apologizes for swearing in the entire commentary track because it's a PG-13 movie.
And he's just saying that like we are fucked. I feel it looks like a fucking piece of shit. I'm so fucking mad.
Fucking gardening glove with fucking rubber on it. Michael Bay.
Oh man.
Like that level of temperament. And that's the thing too that's great about it is that this is after the movie.
Right.
And he's still getting that worked up about that anecdote.
Right, absolutely. It's he's a special man. One of a kind filmmaker.
Yeah. Because then you go listen to TJ Miller's entire like story on Tiger Belly, and it's like, okay, well, he seems like I liked what he brought up about his philosophy where he goes, yeah, when you're on a movie set, people are always complaining about every other department. But when you're on my movie set, there's only one thing that people complain about. Yeah. Me.
And I sign.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But that also means that people are going to hate you.
Right. They're going to hate you. And like,
but
you're
also
the
most
important.
The same people.
Right.
All the time.
All the time. And you're the most important person on the entire set. Like,
yes.
Your temper and your flare-ups and all these things. Like, if that hurts the movie, that's your fault. You know what I mean? You control the entire situation on that set. Again, everybody comes back to work with him, so obviously he's doing okay. But, like, it's crazy.
Oh, and I've just heard that it's, besides his own temperament, the actual execution of everything on the set is outrageously difficult. Like, you know... Because he'll have TJ Miller, Mark Wahlberg, and whatever the girl in Age of Extinction were running with real explosions popping off behind them, and they have to act not scared. Even though, or at least not more scared than their character is supposed to be in that situation.
Do you think they know that I mean, like, I guess at this point, if you're doing a Michael Bay movie, you know at this point, but do you think, like, when he first started doing this, he would tell people before the day of?
Like, no.
Yeah, they would just show up and be like, all right, so like, you're going to put in some CGI here? Oh, no, it's going to blow up.
Yeah, no.
For sure.
They just get the call sheet, and all it is destroyed city, bombed out city, and then they show up there, and they're like, oh, God.
Oh, no.
I thought it was like after the bombing. Yeah. This is going to be bombed.
I think Michael Bay wants to kill somebody.
I mean, if he does, then he will just totally dethrone Joe Dante.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. What a story. What a story
I know, right?
Heard about.
And okay, so what was the other story that I heard about Michael Bay? Oh, it was on How Did This Get Made? Mm-hmm. Paul Scheer was telling it because he knew somebody who worked on it, on a Michael Bay movie. And so he gets thrown into the scene, and he's just an actor, all right? They put him in a car, and they tell him, okay, you're going to drive over there. You're going to shoot a gun. Explosions are going to be going off, and then that's going to be the take. And so they go to the take, and he's like, I'm not a stunt driver. And so he's like shooting like an MP5 out the window, driving while there's all this rubble exploding around him. And he gets to it. Michael Bay calls cut. He gets out of his chair, walks straight to him. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? You look scared as shit out there. You drive, you shoot the gun, and you don't look scared.
Oh, man. Mr. Bay.
I don't know how. I don't know how you can look someone in the eyes and treat them like that.
It's a great question.
And then have it be not personal.
Yeah, no. He makes a movie every other year. I mean, he's doing this all the time to people.
He's made 5 Transformers movies.
Think about it. He's doing that probably to somebody right now.
Yeah.
Like right here, right now.
What's Michael Bay making next? Let's see what Mikey Bay's up to.
Oh, God.
Michael Bay.
Would you go to dinner with Michael Bay, Sam?
Oh, I'm sure he's great as just like an out of the office guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's actually a lot smarter than his movies come off.
What if you were like, you went to dinner with Michael Bay and like you became friends with him? Like and like he, you know, it wasn't like you were going to do the movie. You just were getting to know him, right? You got to be friends with him. It was cool. And then he's like, I got a part for you in a movie. You want to come do it? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like, now we're going on a year and a half of like friendship. Like, you like this guy. You see this guy probably once a week at this point. You know, your families have dinner, you know, all this good stuff. You show up to set. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you do?
Man, fuck! No, I actually, if it was that level of intimacy, you know, like if we were actually friends and that's how you treated me on set, I would just be like,
he just like, he does the thing where like he grabs you by the, but like pinches you while he does that. You know that thing? Yeah. Like it's an alpha move. That's the most bitch alpha move of all alpha moves.
And whenever you see someone do that, they're always skinny and have long hair, right?
Like Michael Bay.
Yeah, exactly like Michael Bay. Because I thought you could picture him immediately, like, or doing that one where he grabs you and twists your skin with one hand while he's twisting the shirt. Like, does that whole... You know, and you're just like, ow, fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And then he shoves you afterwards, and it's just like, man, if you weren't so angry, I could fuck you up, but your anger might defeat me right now. Like, that was like, woo! Top shelf. Crazy Michael Bay coming at you.
That's your friend, dude.
Well, you know, and if he did...
Are you happy you're doing this movie?
Jack, if you treated me like this, it would damage our relationship for, I don't know, probably the longest we've gone without talking to each other was like the week or two after the Super Bowl where the Seahawks lost. Mm-hmm. It would be more than that if you treated me like that on set. It would definitely be more than that. That I'd be like, I can't talk to him right now. I just can't.
Oh, man.
Because when we do get to talking, it would be like, oh, no problem.
Yeah, but
it was like, it would be that jarring and that unusual from you that I'm like, I just need to process this for a couple weeks. That was outrageous. I was not expecting my best friend of 22 years to do that to me. Wow.
Yeah, well, you better watch out, dude. Don't fuck up on set. Be funny. You know?
You haven't said one thing that makes the Make-A-Wish kids laugh.
Oh, man.
God damn. No, and then you get the other directors who are like, God, why is my phone blowing up right now when we're doing a fucking show? Do not disturb.
Text?
Do not disturb. Do not disturb.
Did you get my text?
Yes, Jack, and now I won't.
What?
I put do not disturb on.
Did you see it, though?
Yes.
You did?
It's the Bobby Lee, Jack.
Happy birthday, Bobby Lee!
How'd you feel with my response when you were just like, hey, you want to go see Bobby Lee and Dan Cummins? And I'm just like, Dan Cummins.
I wasn't shocked. I just wonder, I might go see Bobby Lee alone. I might do it. Nobody seems to be that interested, but
I've never seen him perform stand-up.
Me neither. I'd love to.
No fucking clue what that would be like.
I'm fascinated to see the mind of Bobby Lee live and in person.
I feel like he's the kind of comic that his personality carries. He doesn't have any material. He just gets up there and exists.
Yeah.
And it carries the whole show. It carries the whole show. People are falling out of their seats, dying, just because Bobby Lee is going up there just being Bobby Lee.
Oh, man.
Jack, have you seen Bobby Lee's penis?
No, I have not. But
you should see his penis before you die.
I know a lot of people have. A lot of people want to.
I think it's like between him and Ari Shaffir for who's seen their dicks more.
I know, right? Like, it's again, it's like a level of courage and also just like, I don't know, when you have to get naked to get people to laugh. You know what I mean? But also, Ari and Bobby are two of the funniest comics I've ever seen. Yeah. So it's like
I have the potential to be the naked guy.
Yeah, you be the naked guy, Sam. See what happens.
Yeah, no.
Just go like one of the open mics and just start undressing.
Okay, that's a wildly different scenario. I'm talking like at a party.
After every joke, just take off a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Yeah, just like I do my opener and then I sit down and take off a sock. And people are like, what the fuck is that about? And then next joke,
Don't
next sock.
Anything about it.
Next joke, the belt.
And just by the end, you're just like telling jokes. And just like, it's not like you're doing it. Like when they do it, it's like to be funny, right? You're just there. You're just like standing up, telling jokes completely naked. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like being at that open mic and just sitting there watching that. That would be a trip.
I mean, then you got to factor in like the conditions of the room and all that. It's like, I don't know. Cause I mean, like you've seen me at my coldest. And, I mean, no dude is flattering when they're the coldest, but no dude wants to look like a nub.
What happened there again? Was it?
Well, we were in one of the coldest football practices of our entire time at Columbine.
Right.
And we get done, and you and I are, next to each other in the it was freshman year. So we're in the freshman locker room. We're right next to each other. And then I'm taking off my cleats, and I have both of my hands up against the locker while I'm using my heels to kick off my cleats. And then Kyler Elliott just comes up and yanks my pants down while you're sitting on the bench. And you just turn right and get an eyeful of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch on a cold, cold winter's day. So the Funky Bunch was not very funky, and Marky Mark was sitting down.
Well, he just came out of nowhere and did that too.
I know. Well, and the fact of it because I had my hands up there, and then it was just like my pants disappeared. It was just like they were gone. So it was like super weird, and I had to look down and then look back up and just kind of like, okay, process it for a moment, just being like, wow, that was unexpected. I was not prepared for that, and just the sheer just. They were gone. It just felt like that my pants just Thanos snap disappeared. They were fucking taken out by the blip. My pants were blipped.
Clothing just disappeared in 1 second. Oh man,
it would be so fucking funny and problematic at the same time if that's what happened. If half of the universe's clothing just disappeared.
People are too warm. Can't have it.
Well, it's just like. One, I think it'd be funnier to expose people who have body augmentation. Number two, it'd be funny to see people who've been sucking their guts in this whole time. Number three, who's been really faking, like faking and fronting on Instagram.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no filters.
No filters. It's just like all of a sudden. Hey man, that was Prada, and it's okay. And then it goes to one step further. All the people whose clothing disappeared can never have clothing again.
Ooh, oh damn!
Any article of clothing, they come home, their closet empty,
gone,
just dust.
Yeah. Anytime they go to get something from the Gap,
they go to the Gap, it's dust.
Yep,
well, no, it's not dust until they purchase it. once that credit card is swiped, the bag just turns into dust. Like, fuck! I can't even return those now.
Oh, man. What a reality.
I mean, we're on one. High energy episodes today, bud.
Yeah, absolutely. got rolling and laughing early.
I know.
Always good.
Always good. Got a lot of shouting out of the way, so the people who, thought to inform us that there's a lot of shouting on here, you got exactly what you bargained for.
Apparently the show's very loud.
I have the microphone farther away from me than you, and I'm tuned down lower. I just project.
Yeah, you got a booming voice, bud.
Booming, baby.
Tell me about the booming voice. What's it like to have a booming voice?
I don't notice it because it's not like it's coming out of my skull, so it's not hitting my ears.
Right. But your jowl is basically a megaphone, right?
Yeah, it's like the combination of my back and my throat. And I also think the deviated septum has a part to play in it because it forces all the air and sound to come out of my mouth.
Right.
So I think that's probably a good prevailing theory as to why I'm so fucking loud is my deviated septum.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I have a deviated septum. Got to get it
Now,
fixed.
being loud when I'm drunk is a different thing because for some reason when I'm drunk, it's like it turns the world's volume down and I'm just trying to hear how I normally sound.
But in reality, how are you speaking?
Like this! Hi, Jack! I'm having so much fun at this party! And dude, the thing that I probably hate the most about it is being shushed.
Yeah. Oh,
because people shush me as if I'm doing it on purpose.
Sure. So let's play out the scenario really quick. All right. So.
Okay. So the scenario is that I'm talking to somebody else, and you're at a table nearby. It's a public forum. You know, people are out and about, so it's hustling. You know, bustling. Yeah. You know, I was really thinking about the movie Reminiscence this past weekend, like the nuance and all this scope of the.
Shh. People are trying to talk, please.
I don't know what to do, dude. That actually really viscerally got me there. That really viscerally got me there. Yeah. Because what I want to do is yell and just like, man, fuck!
But you can't always do that. We'll take it from the top. Hey, shh. People are talking, okay?
Yeah, so am I.
But we're all trying to have a conversation. You're really distracting, okay? I'm trying.
Okay, so stop listening.
I would if you.
I can be loud. I can be demonstrative.
Just win the day. Just overpower them. That's the thing. See, they're calling you out because they're threatened, right? You've got the ultimate power.
Oh, I mean,
there.
it's like the equivalent of a sonic giant cock in the room,
right? And they're like, "Whoa, put that away!" You know what I mean? That's a little bit distracting. You're like, "I'll destroy this place, right? I'll take this place down."
I'm like Black Bolt, just a little whisper, and I'll take this place down. This isn't even a 1 for me right now.
Do you think if you lost one vocal cord, it could help?
No.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're too strong at this point. I've been yelling for years. Like, my voice is getting raspy the more I yell in this episode, but by tomorrow it's going to be, ship shape.
Crank it up, dude.
Turn up the beef!
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I don't... How do you get better at confrontations?
You're asking
No,
me?
I'm talking people in general, because it's something that you and I both have a hard time with. My dad has a hard time with it. And
I think there's just a sect of people. There's two types of people. There's
the bonobos and the chimpanzees.
That's exactly right. And there's just people that just like, they border from like, I'll do what I have to do to like, I love fighting with people, to then there's people like us who are just like, one, why do we need to be doing this? And two, I got nothing. Like, that's my thing. I don't like confrontation because, like, at a certain point, I'm just not going to care anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to give enough of a shit to the point where I don't just stand up and walk away. You know what I mean?
That's usually where I end up. And it's not like I leave defeated, tails tucked between my legs or anything. I just get to a point where it's like, all right.
Yeah. For the most part, I'm just like,
I don't care about it that much.
Yeah, exactly. Hands in the air, get out of here. It's a tricky lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are those people who, oh shit, wrong place to throw that ball. But there are those people who are like, regardless of if they're right or wrong, they refuse to lose an argument. Mm-hmm. So they will just keep taking it higher and higher and higher and higher. And you're just like, okay, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is clearly so much more important to you than it is to me.
Yeah.
That I think I'll make your day here if I just like step back.
I think it also boils down to me being not competitive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. Like, I do the things that like matter to me, but it's not even like competitive in that sense. It's just like I need to focus on this to get it done. A lot of people, their focus is that competition, is that trigger of, because a lot of it is fighting is intense and it's engagement and it's a way to interact with people and getting some dopamine out of it too. You know what I mean? Like if you like it, if you really enjoy fighting with people, then like, yeah, you can get in there and you can feel good after it. It's like smoking a cigarette to some people. You know what I mean? It's just like something they have to do at a certain point. It's annoying because like as somebody who doesn't like confrontation, I'm just like, like this is again a waste of my time.
Yeah.
Like, to me, again, there's just nothing you can really say. You might hurt my feelings, and then it's like, good for you. What do you gain out of that? You know what I mean?
Anytime that any sort of thing starts to pipe up like that, I'm just like,
Yeah. And then I would wonder, because they always, people are like, I love confrontation. I'm like, do you love confrontation? Or are you,
or do you love to just go at people who are definitely not going to fight as hard as you're going to fight?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you there to just verbally abuse people?
Someone who I think is a truly strong person is willing to lose an argument. Not even willing, like allows an argument to be lost if they see a better point, right? Some people don't see the better point. Some people have a better point that they can counter. Like, I'm not saying all situations are the same, but
well, I can get into a debate if I know enough about something, and then if it hits a point. So it's like anytime that we've had these like political discussions with like Wes and stuff, where it's like we have opposing viewpoints or something like that, and then he'll hit me with way more data and information to back up his claim that I'm just like, all right, well, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
And that's all you have to do is be like, all right, well, you clearly know more about the subject than I do. It hasn't changed my mind, but I have nothing to continue or contribute to this conversation.
Yeah. There's so many times in life where I'll be talking to somebody, I'm just like, you don't want me to agree with you, nor do you want me to like fight you. Like, there's no way, like, even if I like go, oh, you're right. You're 100%. They'll be like, they'll still be mad because then they don't have the
they don't get to, because that's got to be one of the most.
They'll be like, well, don't be a sheep and just follow me. You know, and I'm like, what do you want, man? I just want to go watch TV. I'll do anything to just watch football instead of do this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Because, I mean, that's the best way to get someone to win is to just take a knee on somebody before the game even begins, before the competition even begins.
A team just comes out, takes a knee every single play.
Yeah, every single play of the game. What the fuck are they doing?
This is the game plan.
This is not the competition I wanted to be in, but once this is over and I can get out of here, I'm going to go do what I want to do and go play Tiddlywinks.
Can you imagine how frustrating
or croquet, a game that I'm better at.
You know how it feels when your team like runs out at the start of the game and they're like getting ready to go. Can you imagine? You're just like, all right, how are they going to run, pass? What are they going to do? All right, the offense looks good. What are they, okay? And then they just take a knee like right to start the game. You're like, what the fuck are they? Okay, it's a strategy. We'll see. Maybe they're getting it. They took another knee. If they take 3 knees, oh my God!
They didn't even punch on 4th down!
They turned it over on downs by taking a knee!
They didn't even advance a fucking inch!
The ball's on the 5-yard line!
Oh my God! And then they come out the next series and just run only Hail Marys. Hail Mary trips.
And I would believe that we're all just part of a video game. And I believe that's just someone's Madden game gone awry.
The simulation kind of slacked a little bit. They're trying to patch that part of it.
That's an idea. We could go online on Madden and just take a knee on people. Just over and over and over.
Oh, they will quit on you so quick,
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
But, like, imagine again, I know I couldn't.
What the fuck are you doing?
Just don't talk back.
Because I mean, like I've had a similar equivalent, but it's a like cheap move, like on Mortal Kombat 11. When somebody's Shiva, they can just do that drop thing and just keep doing that over and over again. And I've hopped on and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Huh? Are we fighting, or should you just go play a different game, asshole? And then like after that, they just stop. I'm like, okay, yeah, now let's go. But that's the thing. It's like that right there. I'll go and yell at somebody like that. But it's not a competition. It's well, one, it's easier because it's through a microphone over the internet. Yeah. So it's not like I'm looking them in the eyes. But two, it's like it's not a competitive thing. Mm-hmm. I want to be competitive in this fight, but then it comes down to the Mortal Kombat thing where if I'm playing someone who's really dog shit, I will just like do whatever I can to make it to round 3. When I could just go out there and just juggle their shit left and right across the screen with Jade.
You give them hope.
With,
you know?
With no remorse.
Yeah, you toy with it.
You know? Like, okay, so I fight Tanner on Mortal Kombat on Xbox every once in a while. And it's funny because in the time spans in between, he's getting better and better, and then I'm just picking it up and playing it like I have been playing it for a year, and I'll still win a bunch, but he'll come out like with a fury, and then he's like, I'm trying to win, and I'm just like, I'm trying to not look like a dick. So we both have 2 very different agendas, because if I wanted to look like a dick, Jade, Shao Kahn, RoboCop, Rambo, Joker, I'll just whip those guys out. But if I want to look like not like a dick, then I'll pick, people I'm not all that comfortable with. Scorpion. I've intentionally made myself bad with that character because he's so easy. But I'm not competitive. I'm just like, okay, fuck it.
Do you think people will get angry at you for saying that Scorpion is easy?
No, because if they don't believe that, then they're not paying attention.
That's fair.
It's like, for people who don't play Mortal Kombat, for fighting games like Smash Brothers, it's like picking Mario every fucking time. It's like, really? The guy on the fucking cover?
Oh, man. Yeah, right, I know, seriously.
That's basic much?
Yeah, right.
You're just going to pick up the training wheel character? It's outrageous. But, no, I don't know what it is about me that I don't want to make anybody just like eat my dust.
That's right. No?
But I want to get better at it.
Why don't you want to destroy people? Make them sad.
I don't know. And that's why I like single player games more. I had more fun playing Fallout 4, taking Wasteland Shania to level 56. I only got Mad Max up to level 43 on my first playthrough.
Yeah.
But I have had more fun doing that than I have any single time that I've dropped in Warzone in 2 years.
Yeah. Can't do the God.
Exactly.
Can't do it.
Any of those battle royales. I've had wildly far and away more fun with Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout Shania than me getting my shit rocked on Verdansk or wherever the fuck the fake island for Warzone is. But it's like, no. It's not my steez.
Won't have it.
I'll play Team Deathmatch before I'll play Warzone again, because at least you'll respond.
Team Deathmatch.
Really, anytime that I'm playing one of those games, I'm competing against myself every time. I'm like, don't be worse than last time. Just don't say, it's golf to me at that point. It's just golf to me at that point. Just don't be worse than last time. Relax.
Just breathe.
Just swing. Let it follow through. It's all in the hips.
All in the hips.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Guess what, dude?
What?
The NFL's crazy.
Is it?
It's wild. I got a couple picks.
You got a few picks, Jack?
Yeah, I got some picks.
Well, let's round this out with some Jackie D's picks.
Well, let's see. So, I mean...
Jackie D's Pickadees.
Again, what happened in week 2? We don't know, right? So, there obviously is a lot of variables, but I want to start with a prime matchup, okay? Dolphins-Raiders, right? We all know what to think of when we think of Dolphins.
Trash.
Slippery wet skin, right?
Miami trash.
Creatures of the sea, beaters of sharks, the fuckers,
Nature's
on multiple levels.
Nature's rapists.
Yeah, that's pretty much
they
it.
rape each other all the time.
No, they really do. It's a fact.
And that's just the Dolphins.
No, that's just the
not
Dolphins.
including the people.
No, yeah, which that happens. Don't put dolphins in resorts, and maybe those things won't happen. But that's not. Raiders aren't smart like that. Raiders are dumb enough to capture a dolphin, put it up on the ship in its own little tank, right? Well, I don't know. What would a raider be doing? I guess they could be on ships. They could be on land. They caught the dolphin. That's what matters, right? Well, I think what they're going to do, obviously, after they've toyed with it, is they're going to try and eat it, right? Because that's what raiders do. They toy with things and they eat things, because they're savages.
Yeah, meanwhile,
yeah,
dolphin's been out there echolocating, hasn't it? Doing
That's
the
right.
Aquaman thing.
So the raider goes to grab it, right? He gets that slippery skin. And you know those things that you can get at the museum that like slip out of your hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what a dolphin's like to try and like pick it up, and so it slips and it flips, and all these raiders are doing the slipping on the water, the whoop, boop, landing on the ground. All of a sudden, at echolocation, this just massive dolphin just flips on land.
See, Jack, I'm liable to believe this because I was playing a factually based video game called Maneater, where you were playing as a bull shark and growing.
That is just real.
And you get a lot of missions where you have to go eat people on land.
That's
and
right.
you do exactly what you're describing right there. Just that flip,
That's
flopping
right.
around. And you can get momentum. You can get distance.
You can do it. And I mean, dolphins, they're strong, man. They're mammal sharks, right? So they flip their way up. The raiders are still trying to catch the one dolphin.
They're mammal sharks that can beat sharks.
Dolphins show up with the raiders. We know what happens. I got the Dolphins by 3. Let's see what else. What else is there? Well, talk about a classic matchup in nature. The Ravens versus the Lions, right? A battle as old as time, right? You know, the kings versus the wise, right? The sages versus the brawn, right? You know, brains versus brawn, I should say.
The Odin versus the Hercules.
That's exactly right. See, and so what do you expect to happen? Well, I don't know if you've been paying attention to these massive mixed reality things that the Panthers and the Ravens have done thus far, but they've basically projected like a giant panther in the stadium and like a giant raven flying around. So I'm led to believe that the raven that represents the Ravens is about the size of a jet airline. Okay, so that's what I'm dealing with.
So
here.
were they developing live, genetically modified giant prehistoric sized ravens, or are they going into more of like a Transformers or Power Rangers type scenario where it is a giant robotic version?
This thing has been bred. Okay, this thing's flesh and
So
blood.
it's organic.
Oh yeah,
Flesh
it's
and
got
blood.
feathers. It's good. Yeah. Oh, and you know, it's named Lamar, and it flies in. Now this lion. Don't get me wrong. Lions are lions, and lions are tough. But this is a male lion, and let's be honest, those are the.
Hey, you know what? I disagree with that. You know who's the most famous lion? The Cowardly Lion.
Well, that's exactly my point. Here's the deal: if the lion's got a mane, it's basically as good as the Big
Actually,
Lebowski.
Simba's the most famous lion.
That is true.
Simba and Mufasa are the
his
most
name
famous
is
lions.
Lion.
My bad. A redaction.
But that's the thing is that the lion in the NFL is a male lion, right? Who's basically the dude. He just bowls. He doesn't care. He makes the ladies do all the work,
Yeah, I was going
right?
to say, they don't do anything. They just sit there with their giant balls and make their entire pride go hunt for them.
And so we got this giant prehistoric raven flapping around Baltimore, flies up to Detroit, snatches up this lion. I got Ravens by 21 in that game. Yeah, I think that's a comeback game for ye old Raven. And then what's another fun one? Panthers Texans. Now this is a real thing that's happening right now. Okay, Panthers are loose in Texas. Okay, because people think it's smart to get big cats as pets, and they think it's smart that when they realize that they can't handle this wild animal, we just open up the gate and make someone else deal with it, right? Now, after we've mistreated this creature and taught it nothing of how to exist in this reality.
I feel like after a couple months of having Christian McCaffrey in a cage, I would feel overwhelmed as well and just be like, all right, go.
That's what
be
I'm
gone.
Go, run.
White thing. And go on, get out of here.
And this Panther's
I hate you.
running for offensive rookie of the year. This thing's you know what I'm talking about? And the Texans just recently slayed the Jaguars, right? So you got to avenge your cousin, right? Runs over, kills the Texan. I got Panthers by 10 in that game, for sure. And that's the Jack's picks of this week.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be some fun football.
No doubt, definitely, for sure. I'm hoping to watch more of it because all I saw was the first or second quarter of the Chiefs game, which Browns are looking good.
Yeah,
make me rethink my bracket going into the playoffs.
Chiefs just don't lose, man. Chiefs just don't lose. We'll see.
So
what
when are
happens
we
next
doing our next bracket pick?
We could do a mid-season one. We could do kind of based on like, okay, now we know who's probably going to make the playoffs, right? But we still don't know who totally is going to make the playoffs. And then we could do another one where we do like the actual playoffs. I don't know. We can brainstorm, you know?
Gotcha. Did I tell... Okay, I know that I brought up that I had forgotten to watch the last episode of FBoy Island, but did I tell about the last episode on this podcast? Or I'm pretty sure I watched it this week.
Yeah, I think you texted me about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll see if I remember and the audience remembers.
Okay, so I remember telling you that the second to last episode is when they bring all the contestants in, they just spill tea left and right on the dudes who are left. And so you got you got CJ, who's got the dickhead what's his fucking first name? I can't remember, but he was also CJ. Him, and then Jared, who's like the Russell Wilson looking guy of this thing. And both of them, well, Jared was brought on, he's new Jared. He was brought on as like, we've voted a bunch of people off. Let's throw in a couple more new guys into the mix and see if any of the girls want to keep him around. And he made it all the way to the end. So she's got to pick between them. Casey was the other guy's name. And I was like real worried because Casey was the one who got voted off, turned out to be a fuckboy, and then fought his way back into the show.
Hey, way to go. Way to go, Casey.
He was like, what's his dick on Bachelorette?
Oh, my God. Blake?
Oh, yeah.
God.
He was the Blake of the show. And, I mean, they did have a spark, but also fuck this guy for, breaking the rules and then them being like, let's go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then, blanking on the chicks' names. It's like, they're so generic. But I liked CJ. I liked her probably the most of the three, but all three of them are pretty unlikable in my book. Mm-hmm. Let's just go see. I don't know. I watched all 10 episodes and I can't remember the name of the fucking other two chicks.
Ridiculous.
I know.
Also, Gary is here, but
okay.
Yeah. Because you're on Do Not Disturb, right?
Yes.
I got you.
Oh yeah, Nakia. She's the black one, and she had OG Jared and this other guy, who I'm blanking on his fucking name too. They're all such generic people, but
F-boys.
Yeah, OG Jared, he's the Cam Newton looking motherfucker, and him and new Jared have been beefing the entire time. And then OG Jared's the one who's like flipping out over jealousy and other friends and all this shit. But he also was an F-boy. But he's like, I'm reformed. Winston, for the love of fuck.
Chaos.
Help my fuck. But she ends up picking him over the other guy. But I liked the other guy way more. He looked like Jaimin Hansu with some dreadlocks, and he was way more charming at the end. But she's like, me and OG Jared just have like such a connection. Oh my God. So she picked him. Oh, I didn't even say who CJ picked. She picked new Jared.
Oh, of course.
So she picked new Jared, and so it comes down to Sarah, who has to pick between Connor, who right out the gate, he's like, I'm here to fucking win, And then throughout it, you're just kind of like, oh, well, maybe he's going to change. And then there was the other guy, I can't remember, but he was another black guy. And I can't remember his fucking name. I don't know why. But she picked Connor. Oh, no. She picked Garrett. Garrett was the guy's name. I got him mixed up with Bachelorette. Garrett was his name. So she picked him. And then he's like, so when they all get picked, they get to make the decision, right? So CJ picked new Jared. Jared's like, dope. I'm a nice guy. I'm with you. And then Nakia picks OG Jared, who's like, I'm a fuckboy, but I'm reformed. I'm going to be with you. And then Sarah picks Garrett, and he's like, wham, wham, give me that money, bitch. And guess what?
Oh, we got her.
guess what? I was like, dude, nice. You stuck through it. You're a douchebag, but you stuck to the premise and you fucking made it all the way through. Way to go. And then Nikki Glazer goes, all right, you have to donate that to a charity. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck this show.
Serves him right.
I mean, not really. Because that was the whole goal of the show. He did everything perfect. And then they're like, yeah, you don't get any money.
That's what you do to fuck boys.
And it's like, I guess, but also, goddamn, like, that literally undermines the whole premise of the show that you can't actually win money. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I can't do a season 2 there.
Yeah, when I finished that, I was just like, so 2 Jareds and a Garrett, get the fuck out of here.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yep. So that was FBoy Island for me, and that's a little bit of my Sammy soapbox. But I feel like I did enough yelling at the top, and if Gary's here, then we got to wrap this up.
That's yeah. But hey, gotta check out FBoy Island.
Yeah, go check out FBoy Island just to see everything that leads up to it.
That's right.
You know, because you'll enjoy it. You will specifically.
I'll watch it.
But the ending, because you'll probably forget who I told you wins by the end. But yeah, the ending, I was just kind of like, so we got a little bit of both.
Yeah,
we got all 3 of the results. Mm-hmm. Nice guy goes with the girl who picks him. Fuckboy gets reformed and stays with her. Mm-hmm. And then fuckboy, not reformed. Keeps the money. The only thing that would have been different is if a nice guy got picked and he was just like,
not in my house.
I don't like you. I changed my mind.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe season 2. Maybe season 2.
Maybe season 2, indeed. But Sarah walked out of there empty-handed. That was probably the most brutal part about that. It was just empty-handed. She was just like, standing there, there's 2 couples and then her, and you're just kind of like,
well, at least you had to donate the money.
Right?
Yeah, for her.
But man, I really wish that.
They lied.
I mean, he nailed it. Like, he got put on the hot seat more than anybody, and he still fucking managed to survive on the show to win it and lose it.
It happens.
Like, what's the point of the competition if you can't win?
The duping.
Duping and pooping. But Nikki Glazer was hilarious, so I can't fault.
The best.
So I think that'll do it for us over here at DMT Don't Miss This Podcast. As always, I'm Sam Butler. As sometimes he's Jack Anderson, unless he decides to change his name.
From time to time.
Sometimes he's Walrus Stearns.
Mm-hmm. Have been.
But like, rate, and subscribe. I think I said that already. DMT Studios on the YouTubes, back up and running after a couple of weeks of hiccups, memory card issues.
Happens.
It wouldn't happen as much if we didn't have to deal with these fucking micro SD cards, which seem to be just standard now. Mm-hmm. Why do we have to keep shrinking things? It's the future. Technology is bullshit. Yeah, go check out bestwordscantina.com, dmtpcast@gmail.com, and on Instagram. I am Sammy_B_DMT. He's Silverback Sasquatch 1162.
Hello.
And take it sleazy. Mayor Mick Cheesy.
Bye, guys.